It's now been 18 months since the dusty door handles of the Franklin County Juvenile Detention Center have been opened. And now, after over a year of closure, local police departments are finally starting to feel a strain on juvenile justice. I spoke with Franklin County Sheriff Kyle Bacon and numerous other local police agencies who say the closure of this facility is having big impacts on their department. If you ask almost any local police department or sheriff's office, you'll get the same answer. The state of juvenile justice, especially in southern Illinois, is putting a strain on their abilities. Ever since the closure of the Franklin County Detention Facility in early 2024, Franklin County Sheriff Kyle Bacon says the absence of a local detention center has had both a financial and physical impact on his department's abilities.
We've had a significant number of juveniles who have been detained in detention centers, and our budget, we have spent somewhere in the neighborhood of $90,000 holding juveniles this year at other facilities, of course. So it is an issue.
Sheriff Bacon says beyond finances, many sheriff's deputies have to take time away from their jurisdiction for long transports that sometimes take over 3 hours both ways.
The closest bed that was located was in Sangamon County, which of course is in Springfield. So, this was near midnight. We had two officers who then transported this juvenile to Springfield, left them in the care of the detention center there in Sangamon County, and then at 8 a.m., 8 hours later, two more officers then leave here and pick the juvenile up to return them to Franklin County for court. So significant investment and time are made because there is not a regional, detention center, something that's closer to us that services these southern counties.
Illinois State Senator Terry Bryant says the absence of a juvenile detention facility in our region also can put local communities at risk. Often offenders are released back to the custody of a parent or guardian.
So in this case, and many cases, the juveniles are being sent home to be housed, and it is often in the exact same community where there was already a problem, and so it's creating real issues.
Senator Bryant says she frequently receives questions as to why local offenders are not housed at the Illinois Youth Center in Harrisburg. Bryant says the answer to that question is simple. IYC Harrisburg is not a detention facility.
So you can't just say, we have a juvenile facility in Harrisburg and we can house them there, because those are people who have actually been convicted of a crime, even though they're juveniles, and they're being held there. So our problem is twofold.
Other local law enforcement, such as Williamson County Sheriff Jeff Diedrich, says he believes the easiest method would be possibly expanding an existing facility, such as IYC Harrisburg, to have a separate area for temporary housing for juvenile offenders.
I don't think it's something that one county would want to take on. Housing juveniles is litigious. It's a big undertaking and it's expensive. I think that the perfect scenario would be some kind of quasi-state, local partnership to be able to house for a multi-county area, southern Illinois as a whole.
But the idea of making that happen could take time, something Diedrich hopes comes sooner than later.
We are in desperate need of a facility. You have to have a place for that juvenile, at least as a stopgap until they can go before a judge and certain safeguards can be put into place. And we just don't have that. I think this is a common problem throughout the state, but never more so than here in southern Illinois. We just lack these resources.
For now, the locks remain open on the Franklin County Detention Center as local authorities await the next move on a growing issue in southern Illinois. Reporting in Franklin County for the Swinford Media Group, I'm Aaron Price.